Hey people, what's going on? This is Cam Chaddick. I'm just really bored right now. Yeah, this is just a bored video. Um, so Today what I have going on is I'm about to get into some of this right here. My baby. Yes, I love this game. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do with this video is it'll be late. I mean, like a month after the game came out, but people are reviewing classic games. I'll go ahead. We'll do a review of Tag 2. So, um, first off, I mean, we're just gonna cover a bunch of points. And I'll give my overall score. So, first thing to talk about should probably be the roster. The roster is huge. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not done yet. And think about how many characters there are. I think there was a 50 in the initial release. They just added Sebastian, Slim Bob, Miharu, and Unknown. And those are pretty much palette swap characters. They do have some slight differences. I know there's some glitches with Sebastian, um, but yeah. So they just released some more, all free, by the way. So yeah, it's a pretty big roster with DLC characters included, like the pre-order DLC. That's another four. So I want to say it's something around Marvel 2 size, like creeping up on 60 characters. So it's a pretty big roster. So there's a lot of characters to choose from. I mean, you really can't, as far as that point goes, can't fault it. Can't fault the game for its roster size because it's huge. There's all different kinds of character archetypes to play with and different variations of them. Balance wise, yeah, every character is viable. And I wouldn't say there's any characters that are so strong they invalidate the strength of other characters. So there's no Sentinel, no Storm, no Chun Li, no AE pre-patch Yun. There's no um, characters in the game that are just win pretty much you win at character select screen. Which I guess gets me to the next point. The gameplay itself, it's a very fair and balanced game. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the Tekken 6 framework, so um, everything that you love about that it has, and it's basically been a build up. Like basically, what the Tekken series is imagine for those of you that aren't in the know, um, imagine Street Fighter 2, and remember they built on that with Championship Edition. They added more characters, and then they went to Turbo and changed some of the gameplay aspects of it, made it faster. They went to Super Turbo, added more characters, and then well, no, Super, then Super Turbo, and Super they added more characters. Super Turbo, they added the Super Meter, so they added another aspect to it. So basically, imagine Tekken is basically that sort of same concept. Like they started from the base of Tekken 1. I mean, it goes all the way back to that, and they built on that. I mean, it's not anything completely entirely new, but there's been enough stuff added, enough depth that you can play it pretty much any way you want. So now we're at Tag 2, and they've put the tag formula in, but they've even added to that with Tag Assault, expanding on the bound system from 6, and um, we'll see. And then they don't have tag cancels anymore, but they do have tag buffers, so you can get launch into tag off of a good majority of the launchers in the game. Um, and I mean, there's all the little nuances in it. So I mean, you can play it at any level and be sort of proficient in what you do. How successful that is based on how much time you put in the game and how you good are at reacting to things and setting things up. But you're not forced to play anyway. It's a very different from Street Fighter, which it's obviously it's 2D. It's not about being 2D or 3D. It's about the way the game is designed. Because there are other 2D games like Guilty Gear, for example, which you can play different characters in a myriad of ways because there's so many universal options. And Tekken's the same way. Like the options might not be completely universal, but everyone has access to an option that that's a bound option or a high crush, low crush option. Different sweep options. So they have access to different tools, and it makes it pretty much universal options. And you're pretty much able to play in the way that you please. I mean, there is character uniqueness and diversity. Don't get me wrong, but it is very free form kind of game. And like I was getting to, it's very different from Street Fighter. It's not linear. You're not supposed to play the game in any one specific way. In Street Fighter, a lot of it boils down to a certain matchup. Like, if you're this character and you're playing against this character, like, you're pretty much going to be doing this, this, and this, and you must do this, this, and this in order to succeed um, while playing in that matchup. So, and there's matchup aspect of it too in Tekken, but there's so much more going on that it doesn't take away from the rest of the game. Like you're not forced to do anything specific. So your basic fundamentals will get you, but your advanced knowledge, as you grow with that, that'll help you out as well. Um, Aesthetics, they really up the polygon count on the models. There's a lot more definition. Like there's just muscles on top of muscles. Um, if you watch the Tekken Tag Tokyo documentary, I think they explain it really well. They went for super realism, and then they sort of added that sort of level of ridiculous and how real they wanted to make it. And it's pretty akin to like an American style comic book. It's just muscles on top of muscles, but it's still realistic looking because of the way they modeled it out. Um, so they did some cool things with that customization. Not quite as deep as say six. Six had a lot of different options, but at the same time, a lot of them were same gloves, different color of them. But now they don't even have hands and feet. Um, but you're allowed to change the color. You have a full color wheel that you can put your items colors to. So that's one big plus. But as far as amount of different items they have, not as many. But I mean, it's in my eyes, it's still a step up from again, not to down Street Fighter at all, but from say paid costumes. You can just sort of make your own costumes and mix and match however you want. So there's still have that creative aspect in that side of things. Modes, they give you all the modes you should have in a fighting game: survival, time attack, arcade, ghost battle. Um, so as far as modes go, there's a lot. There's a fight lab, so teaches new players fundamentals and sort of, if you're even if you're an older player, might teach you a few new things. But it's basically sort of a basis. It's a good thing to have in any fighting game. Sort of give you a little bit of direction on what to work on personally, because that's what it's all about. Um, as far as online goes, online best online fighting game experience, I would have to say to date. I've played. I know I recorded a video not too long ago when the whole course of the game. I haven't. I did state that I haven't ever experienced any lag in the entire game. I have experienced one lag match since then, but out of my entire match count on both systems, I've experienced one laggy match. But I mean, like I said, other than just the one laggy match, and it stands out because it's just so rare to me. Um, yeah, it's really good, and the game sort of lends itself more to that because it's not 1 or 2 frame windows as far as juggle connection. There's once you're launched in the air, there's lots of time to confirm, and for most situations, I mean, there are some of those tighter situations which you need to capitalize on. Um, and I'm sure the smallest amount of lag may make a difference once you get into those situations. But I haven't had any sort of lag in that aspect, so I've been, I mean, everything's been flawless for me. Modes online, I mean, they have clan support, which is their teams is what they call it. They just added this new world lobby, so you have a big lobby with like 20 people, and they can all talk, and you can randomly jump in with matches and stuff. And I think it's something that fighting games needed. That big lobby, big hub to just like socialize and play games. And that's sort of the thing that first-person shooters have always had without having to resort to that sort of a lobby system, because when you play a game first-person shooter, there's a lot of people in the game. There's a lot of people to talk to, a lot of socialization and communication that it's actually integrated into the game. Not so much in fighting games. There's a bit of a communication aspect, trading secrets or whatever, and techniques, a bit of critiquing. That's sort of another aspect of it. But yeah, I can't really think of a complaint I have about it. Um, I sort of wish that the customization was maybe on the level sixes, but I mean, I'm fine enough with the customizations they have. There's always something new to mess with, in every game. So I just been messing with it that they have in there, and it's been fine for me. Um, Music is awesome because not only is the music in the game good, but they have this thing called Tekken Tunes where you can put your own music in there. I have a lot of older Tekken tracks on a lot of my stages. Um, yeah, I can't think of a complaint of this game as as just a fighting game player, or as a consumer in general. There's not much that really disappointed me about it. I mean, there's nothing that it doesn't have. Like, as far as gameplay goes, um, I would give the gameplay itself. Obviously, I don't know how to describe it, like, other than it's a 10. Visually, I love how it looks. I don't have an HD TV. I couldn't tell you, maybe if there's any discrepancies with that, but just um, I mean, it's a big improvement over the last game, so I can tell you that much. So I love the way it looks. Um, the way it's laid out and presented. You have online, offline, all of the different modes, and then the sub menus. So it's laid out really clean. Presentation wise, I love it. I just give the whole everything. I just give it all a 10. That's just There's just no other way to put it. It's a fucking great game. It's awesome. So please, I know it's not doing too well coming off the shelves right now. So if you fuckers don't have it, you need to go and buy this shit because it's really good. It's I I I will. I mean, when I'm done with my games, I sell them. Um, I will never sell this game. This game will never leave my house. I probably I'm planning on buying a Wii U. I'm probably gonna buy it on Wii U too, just to have the two versions of it and get like Mario customizations and shit and play Tekken Ball. Um, yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit me up on Twitter. It's at Cam Chaddick. This is me signing off. Peace.